Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of PWA Battery. My name is Gary Bloomfield. I will be your host and commentator for this evening. Outstanding night of action lined up for you tonight. We're going to start things off with the mass shooter versus Nakamura Yamasaki. However, at the last minute, due to a schedule change, Ronnie Lassiter did not want Yamasaki in the ring. Did not want the shooter in the ring alone. He has volunteered and insisted on a tag team match. So it will be the mass shooter and Ronnie Lassiter versus Nakamura Yamasaki and Mangus the Mongolian with Marty Dinkle. However, just to throw another curveball your way, this is going to be a tornado no disqualification tag team match. Folks, it's going to be exciting. Let's take you to ringside. There's the bell, and this tornado tag team match underway, and right away, Ronnie Lassiter and the mass shooter singling out Nakamura Yamasaki for a great double team move, that double power bomb, right as the match begins. And now it is broken down into chaos as all four men in a scrum fighting each other. Look out! Big hip toss to Nakamura. This is going to be a fast and furiously paced match. Action happening everywhere. There you can see Marty Dinkle at ringside observing. And this match, again, no disqualification, no rope breaks. Anyone can stay out as long as they want in the ring, and this is going to make things easier for referee Mustang Peter, as he's going to have to keep track of four men at the same time. Nakamura escapes the camel clutch. Now we got Mangus with the abdominal claw on Ronnie Lassiter. Lassiter shoves him away. Nakamura goes down from an open palm strike from the mass shooter. Now the reverse Viper stretch being locked in on Mangus, who promptly escapes. Nakamura fights out the double team attempt cover on the shooter, and maybe a one count. Good arm wringer from the shooter. Nakamura gets dropped by a sledgehammer from Lassiter. Now a shooter fighting off both members of DIE, two-thirds of the six-man tag team champions in the ring against the mass shooter and Ronnie Lassiter, and we haven't seen them tag in quite some time. But they are tagging again, theoretically, or in a manner of speaking, for the first time in quite a while. And there you can see on the mass shooter the heavily taped knees after his match with Spencer Watts, and then the previous battery from that match when he faced Kevin Starr. Those knees are very heavily taped And unfortunately, that's going to create a huge bullseye on the weakened joints of the mass shooter. The DIE are certainly the kind of competitors that target that bullseye. Cover on Nakamura, count 1, and a kick out before 2. Front face lock to the shooter as Lassiter trying to get his partner free. Big backbreaker from shooter, but gets busted up by Nakamura. Behind reversal, and Lassiter again dropped to the canvas by a sharp elbow. Good front suplex from the shooter. And now shooter and Lassiter with a double powerbomb on Mangus. Cover 1 and a kick out. Big headbutt, down goes the mass shooter. Now shooter trying to fight his way free and did a good job of it. Open palm strikes galore on Mangus. Oh, the double Mongolian chop, and Lassiter and Shooter are both in trouble here. Shooter off the ropes, runs into Nakamura. Solid hit from both men, and neither of them budging. Oh, look out, Magic Killer on the Shooter. Lassiter looking a bit winded here. He's been running the ropes hard this entire match. Shooter with a snap suplex on Nakamura. And a suplex to Mangus. Now it's got the sharpshooter locked in on Mangus and a gear jammer on Nakamura. 1, counter 2, and a kick out from the Divine Psycho. And now a gear jammer on Mangus and the bridging suplex 2 and a kick out from both men at the same time. Oh, we almost had a double countout victory, or excuse me, a double pinfall victory. Magic Killer on Lassiter. Deep back suplex. Oh, look out! Gear jammer on Mangus. 1, count 2. Kick out again from Mangus. Shooter and Lassiter looking to end this match quick, fast, and in a hurry. Collar and elbow tie up, and that's how the Shooter rolls. Mongolian chop from Mangus. That is right in his wheelhouse. Now a snap suplex. And that's how Lassiter rolls. Big belly-to-belly suplex from the mass shooter. Hooks the leg on Nakamura and broken up by Mangus. Lassiter still looking to get his breath. Another pinfall attempt and kick out at the last moment. Now cover on Lassiter. Almost two. Broken up by the mass shooter. What a fight we are seeing here. Spike pile driver on the mass shooter, and Nakamura looking to injure the neck of the shooter and give him something else to worry about. Got a wrist suplex from Lassiter. Lassiter stomping away on Mangus the Mongol. Mangus fighting him off. Mangus with the Mongolian death drop by Lassiter, covers him. 1, counter 2, kick out by Lassiter. Lassiter now with a backbreaker into a body slam. Recoplex, and that's the match. Mass Shooter getting the win over Nakamura in a knockdown drag-out affair in Tornado Tag Team action. Great way to open things up, folks. The time of the fall, 11 minutes 44 seconds. Your winners, the Mass Shooter and Ronnie Lassiter. Folks, up next in singles action, Laniev takes on Spencer Watts. Referee for this contest is Bill White. And of course, the rules will be observed for this match, I'm sure much to Spencer's chagrin. Folks, let's take you to ringside.
fight.
There's the bell. The singles match beginning right away, and it's Spencer Watts coming out of the gates with a couple of good strikes. Oh, but just caught a roundhouse from Laniev. Laniev trying to take him out with another roundhouse. Spencer out of the way. Now a test of strength, and Spencer Watts with a drop toe hold to Lahia del Snow. Takes her over, locks in the chin lock. Laniev fighting her way out. Both competitors off the ropes. Looking for that knee. Couldn't get it, but does get the arm wringer. Watts in for the ride once again. Big drop kick from Laniev. And Spencer Watts, he did start things off fast, but now he's got some ground to make up as he's being beaten to the punch by Laniev. Laniev with the arm drag to Spencer. Drops the leg. Spencer back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up. Another big arm drag. Beautiful arm drag. Takes Watts down. Flying head scissor from Laniev, and she is rocking and rolling all over Spencer right now. Collar and elbow tie up. Oh, going for that Hurricane Rana, but turned it into a powerbomb, did Watts. Watts with a couple of chops. Takes the DDT from Laniev. Collar and elbow once more. Elbow and followed up with another forearm shot from Watts. Watson in for the ride. Laniev catches him with a knee to the midsection. Watts with a nice headlock takeover, cranking away on the neck of Laniev. Takes her over with a fireman's carry right into the chin lock. Sound wrestling from Watts. Collar and elbow once more. European uppercut. And Laniev fires back with a forearm, and back and forth they go. And it is Laniev who gets dropped by Watts. Watts now to the top rope. Goes for the elbow and gets all of it. Elbow drop from the top rope all the way to the abdomen. Follows up with a knee drop and a headlock takeover, and now it is Watts who's beginning to smother Laniev. Laniev looking again for that Hurricane Rana. Powerbomb by Watts. Referee calls for the break as they were in the ropes. Watts is holding for the pin. Enziguri opportunity missed there from Laniev, but she sweeps the leg. Apparently she's been watching Cobra Kai. Goes for that Enziguri, but again Watts sidesteps. Now sends Laniev into the turnbuckle. And laying in those fists to Laniev, and locks in an STF. And Laniev's going to have her hands full. She's trying to escape, and escape she does. Now dragging Watts away from the ropes. Good leg drop. Watts again out of the way of the Enziguri. Collar and elbow tie-up. Irish rope reversal. Laniev in for the right. Drop kick this time from Watts. Great height on that drop kick. Laniev with a drop toe hold. Picks Watts back up to his feet. Looking for the go behind. Reversed. Into the Russian leg sweep from Spencer. And Laniev now beginning to miss those strikes. Watts using a bit of a rope-a-dope technique there. Laniev may want to switch her strategy to get back to grappling. There's an Enziguri from Watts that finds its home. Drop toe hold from Laniev. Picks Watts back up. Go behind, reversed by Watts. Both competitors off the ropes. Watts with a loose as press. Count two, and kick out by Watts. Excuse me, kick out by Laniev. Laniev with the axe kick. Drops the senton across the back of Spencer. And both of them looking for strikes. Watts has got Laniev up and down in a brainbuster. Go behind, both competitors off the ropes once more. Big clothesline. He left his feet for that clothesline. And catches Laniev with a drop kick after she missed yet another roundhouse, stopping away on the legs. Picks Laniev back up to her feet, collar and elbow tie up. Laniev with a DDT. Try to stop Watts' momentum. Collar and elbow tie up once again. Look out! DTR! Laniev managed to get in front of the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Snap kick from Laniev and throws Spencer to the outside. She's going to take a breather to try to clear the cobwebs. Watts back in now. Match resumes. Collar and elbow tie-up. Laniev sweeps the leg. Picks Watts back up. There's the Enziguri. Found its mark to the side of the skull of the blueprint. Roundhouse kick. And drops the leg. Watts fires back with a hard forearm shot, and down goes Laniev. Watts to the top rope. Watts with the flying elbow, and it finds its mark once again, this time to the kidneys. Knee drop from Watts. Lania back up to her feet. And Watts again trying to make Laniev miss, and does, but gets thrown out for his trouble. Laniev, thought better of it as Watts saw her coming. Gets back in the ring. Collar and elbow tie up. And Laniev looking for a glacier drop. And Watts has got the bottom rope, but the referee's counting anyway, and Watts kicks out before 3. Oh, the referee was out of position, and we would have heard something about that. Oh, look out, glacier drop one more time to Spencer. This time the referee catches Watts in the ropes and calls for the break. Watts with a go-behind, sends Laniev into the turnbuckle. Laniev comes out. She is fighting hot, but gets dropped by Spencer with a hard chop. Diving headbutt from the top rope from Spencer. Spencer picks Laniev back up to her feet. Go behind. Takes her down. Watts looking for something off the rope. To Laniev back up to her feet. Watts makes her miss. Snap suplex from Spencer. Spencer begins working over the legs. Picks Laniev back up. Collar and elbow tie up. Laniev looking for the glacier drop one more time. 1, count of 2, and kick out by Spencer. Spencer Watts with a drop kick to Laniev. Watts to the top turnbuckle. Watts with a diving headbutt that scores. Watts now picking Laniev back up. Laniev on her bicycles, trying to stay wary. And now both competitors once more laying the hard lumber to each other. Laniev with the enziguri to Watts. And Watts answers with a 360 forearm. Oh, this is really becoming heated. Watts hooks the leg. Count of 1, 2, and kick out by Laniev at 2.5. Collar and elbow tie up. Oh, low blow from Spencer. I think he felt this match slipping away and just got desperate. Laniev running off the turnbuckle with a twisting senton. This match beginning to take its toll on both competitors. Moonsault or shooting star press. Count 1, 2, and kick out by Watts. Laniev with a chop that sends Watts to the canvas. Niev off the top rope. Elbow drop connects. German suplex from the canvas. 2, and kick out by Spencer. Dueling drop kicks. Here it comes. Glacier drop to Watts. 1, 2. That's the match. Laniev gets the win over the Blueprint in a hellacious light heavyweight contest. Time of the fall, 15 minutes, 37 seconds. Your winner, Laniev. Alright folks, up next, more great tag team action as we will see two of the Wilds, Alyssa and her brother Rebel, and they will be taking on two members of the Champions League, Alex Prime and the NWC World Champion Brawler Becky. Hang on folks, I'm just getting a bit of news here. Folks, breaking news, I am being told that Brawler Beckett he's not going to be able to make the match. Ladies and gentlemen, Brawler Beckett has been shot. Oh wait. No. Brawler Beckett received his second shot of COVID vaccine. His booster for COVID. So to replace Brawler Beckett will be Arthur Solomon. Alex Prime and Arthur Solomon take on Alyssa Wilde and Rebel Wilde. Folks, let's take you to ringside. be Alex Prime starting things off with Alyssa Wilde in this tag team match. A couple of Wilde siblings taking on Alex Prime and Arthur Solomon. And it is Prime with a big drop kick to Alyssa right from the standing position. And Alyssa with a vertical body slam on Prime. Collar and elbow tie up. Beautiful spinning kick from Alyssa. Test of strength here, and it is Alyssa with the leverage over Prime. Takes him down in a drop toe hold. Collar and elbow tie up. Good arm drag from Prime. And Alyssa kicks away at Captain Hollywood. Makes the tag to Rebel Wilde. And look out, backdrop neckbreaker combo from the Wilde siblings. Prime with a body slam. And now looking to make the tag to Arthur Solomon, who has taken this tag team match on short notice for his best friend and the NWC World Champion, Brawler Beckett. First time that Prime and Solomon have ever teamed together, and it's on short notice. I don't even know if they've met each other personally before this match, so it'll be very, very interesting to see how well they can work as a unit. Solomon doing a lot of circling and looking for that forearm, but to no avail as he sends Wilde into the turnbuckle. Collar and elbow tie up. Arm wringer by Solomon. Solomon again circling Rebel. Good takedown from Rebel Wilde, and Rebel now back to his corner, makes the tag to Alyssa. Wilde's using some frequent quick tags, as well as great double teamwork with that double drop kick. Now the Wildes have tagged with each other on numerous occasions. Of course, they grew up together. You'd think you would have to give the edge in teamwork, especially in this kind of a match, to the Wildes. Alex Prime and Arthur Solomon are not going to be an easy team to get a win over. Wildes would do well not to underestimate the team of Captain Hollywood and Arthur Solomon. Prime takes a header from the strikes. Beautiful moonsault from Alyssa. There in the ropes. Referee calls for the break. Collar and elbow tie up. Both competitors off the ropes. Right cross chop from Alyssa. There's the tag to Rebel. Fresh Wilde in the ring. And Prime's had enough. He's going to tag in Arthur Solomon. And hopefully Solomon and Prime can get on the... Hopefully they're on the same page. Hopefully they can be a bit more effective, as the Wildes have certainly had their number in the course of this tag team match thus far. Collar and elbow tie up. Arm wringer from Solomon. Solomon with an open palm strike. Now a front face lock applied to Wilde, keeping the ring cut off, cut in half. Collar and elbow tie up, and now it's Solomon who gets sent into the Wilde corner. Here comes Rebel. Solomon out of the way. Oh, but it catches the elbow right between the eyes from Rebel Wilde. Rebel now picking Solomon back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up. Chop to the chest, and an open palm strike to follow up. And Rebel with a chop of his own that sends Solomon to the canvas. And Solomon, he's had enough. He's going to tag in Captain Hollywood. Standing head scissor. And now a spine buster. Almost a spine bomb to Prime. Moonsault cover. In the ropes, referee calls for the kick out. Solomon back in the ring now. And he's not the legal man, but he is trying to take away the leg. Rebel Wilde able to get him off. And into a Canadian-style backbreaker from Prime. Wilde now makes the tag to Alyssa. Double drop kick from the Wildes connects to Prime. Wilde showing that tag team expertise. Big bicycle kick from Alyssa. Prime back to his feet. Collar and elbow tie-up. Both competitors off the ropes. Prime looking for a shoulder tackle. Alyssa out of the way. There's the tag to Arthur Solomon. Needed the midsection from Solomon, and down goes Alyssa. She is in trouble now with both of her opponents in the ring. Referee forces Prime to leave. Back roundhouse kick from Alyssa covers Solomon. Solomon kicks out at 1. Kick to the midsection from Alyssa. Solomon with a chop. Alyssa over to her corner. There is the tag once again to Rebel Wild. Sound tag team strategy from the Wilds. And Rebel Wild with a belly-to-side suplex to Solomon. Solomon and Prime have really got to get something going here. Head scissor from Rebel. Picks Solomon back up. And Solomon with a kick below the belt to Rebel. And now ramming the shoulder into Rebel's own shoulder, into the exposed arm, off of that arm wringer. Rebel Wild with an elbow, and now to the top rope, and going for the frog splash. He's got it, hooks the leg, count of one, count of two, and a kick out by Solomon. Prime in the ring on his way to break things up, but Solomon able to kick out. Collar and elbow type, and again, Solomon going to work on the arm of Rebel Wild. Solomon now retreats back, and there's the tag to Alex Prime. Rebel on the wrong side of the ring, but he's fighting for all he's worth. Backslide, one, count of two, and kick out by Prime. Solomon in to break it up, and now working over Rebel Wild once again. Referee forcing him back, but Wild not letting it go. Oh, look out! Greco-plex on the apron and right into that post. Right into the ring post. What a vicious move from Rebel Wild. Just as Prime and Solomon were starting to pull things together for their team, Rebel Wild comes out with that suplex, gets a 2 count on Alex Prime, and now Solomon's going to make Rebel pay for that suplex on the apron. Prime and Wild going back and forth now in the center of the ring. And Prime goes down from a hard shot. Tag is made to Alyssa. Prime tried to evade both the Wilds and does. Hard body slam to Alyssa. Referee restoring order. And Prime with a kick to Alyssa. Right to the side of the skull. Front face lock by Prime. Prime now was a La Maestro cradle. Count of one and a kick out by Alyssa at 1. Bicycle kick connects to Prime. Now Alyssa Wild off the ropes. Knee strike to the back. Follows up with a short DDT, and Captain Hollywood's in trouble. Both competitors off the ropes, no. Alyssa catches the top rope, and there's the tag to Arthur Solomon. Can they get the double team? No. Alyssa to the top rope. Alyssa looking for a frog splash, but caught the knees of Alex Prime. Prime got the knees up, and now Alyssa in trouble. Collar double once again. Alyssa with a go behind. Ripcord lariat. That turned Solomon inside out. Rolls him up. Count of 2 and broken up by Prime. Prime off the ropes. Prime with a senton on Alyssa. Referee forces him back. There's the tag to Rebel Wild. Here we go again. A Sonogari backdrop. Great tag team work we have seen from the Wilds. And folks, it's kind of a miracle that Prime and Solomon are still in this match. Hook of the leg, count of 1 and a kick out at about 1 3/4. Small package on Solomon. 1, 2, and kick out by Solomon. Alyssa Wild takes a suplex from Prime. Spirit breaker on Solomon. Spirit breaker is locked in on Arthur Solomon, and Prime in to break it up. Prime to the top rope. Prime with a knee drop, and he missed it. He missed the knee drop. Rebel Wild now to the top rope after taking down Solomon. Moonsault, count of 1, count of 2. Kick out by Solomon. Solomon with a body slam. Alyssa with a Greco-plex to Captain Hollywood. Chop to the chest from Solomon. Solomon shoots Rebel into the turnbuckle and makes the tag to Alex Prime. Collar double tie-up, assisted cutter. And Prime and Solomon with their first double tag team move of the night. La Maestro cradle and Rebel, count of 2 and broken up by Alyssa. Solomon late to come in to defend the pin. And that could have been 3. Front face lock applied by Rebel Wild, and he's going to make the tag to Alyssa. Picks Prime back up. Prime with a roll-up on Rebel. Rebel no longer the legal man for his team. Alyssa off the ropes, and Prime with a beautiful kick. Off the ropes once more. Big flying clothesline to Alyssa. Collar double tie up once more. Hard body slam from Captain Hollywood. Prime to the top rope. Prime with that knee drop. Beautiful height on that knee drop from the top rope. Kick to the face of Alyssa. Snap suplex by Prime. Alex Prime is on a roll here as we have passed the 20-minute mark. There's the tag to Arthur Solomon. Alyssa back up to her feet. Inside twisting neck breaker. And now it's Alyssa. Alyssa with a short DDT to Solomon. Solomon back to his feet, but Alyssa's just about had it looks like. Body slam from Arthur Solomon. Drop toe hold by Alyssa Wilde. And Alyssa gonna tag in Rebel. Hard knee to the jaw. And a pendulum backbreaker. Solomon's in trouble. Top rope, and Rebel Wilde with a frog splash from the top rope. Picks Solomon back up to his feet. Collar and elbow tie up. Solomon gets the edge and sends Rebel into the turnbuckle. Spirit breaker on Solomon. Spirit breaker on Solomon. Solomon is tapped down. Solomon is tapped down to the spirit breaker from Rebel Wilde. Time of the submission, 22 minutes and 33 seconds. Your winners, Rebel and Alyssa Wilde. Ladies and gentlemen, time now for our main event of the evening. And it will be the Spoiler 3 with his new manager, Marty Dinkle. And they will be taking on, or he will be taking on Akira Wilde in singles action. Folks, this is going to be a great match. Let's take you to ringside.
Fight.
There's the bell, Spoiler 3 and Akira Wilde in our main event tonight in one-on-one action. The reigning king of deathmatch, the Spoiler 3, and the most recent signee to Dingle International Enterprises, taking on the surgical specialist Akira Wilde, who has been, well, both of these men actually, surrounded in controversy. Akira Wilde instrumental in Pantero's losing of the light heavyweight championship to Mysterious J1, and so far no explanation still of why he interfered in that match. Meanwhile, the Spoiler 3 interfering in the latest Viktor Sokolov Open Challenge, which pitted Robert McElroy against Sokolov, and unlike Akira Wilde, the Spoiler 3 has made no secret about why he interfered in that match. It was simply his effort to get attention and get noticed, and get higher paying wrestling contracts. And it is Akira now with control over the spoiler with that figure 4 neck lock. Spoiler slips out the back door, fires off a headbutt to Wild. Picks Akira back up to his feet. Akira with a forearm shot, follows up with a jab. Spoiler backing off a bit, getting away from the strikes, looking to come back in, and a backbreaker to the surgical specialist finds its home. Spoiler picks Wild back up, collar and elbow tie up. Wild with an elbow to the back of the head, down goes the Spoiler. Akira with a knee drop, small of the back, sends Spoiler in for the ride, jumps over, both men off the ropes. Hard knee from Akira, drops the leg across the upper chest of the Spoiler. Spoiler with a kick to the midsection. And staying out of the way of the strikes of Akira Wild, now standing up to them, and both men striking away at each other. And down goes Akira. Spoiler with the advantage, hooks the leg on Wild, count of 1, count of 2, and a kick out by Akira. Spoiler with a 2 count early in this match. Oh, small package, 1, and a kick out by Akira. Manhattan drop from Wild, and the Spoiler counters his go-behind attempt with a chin crusher and lands the elbow from the top rope. Spoiler beginning to run away with this one. Hooks the leg on Wild, count of 1, count of 2, and a kick out at 2 1/4 by Akira. Spoiler's got him up and down, muscle buster. Picks Wild back up, looking to deal some more damage. Spoiler off the ropes, Spoiler with a hard shoulder tackle. Wild looking to get something going, he's got a roll up and a 1 count, and that's all. Collar and elbow tie up, inverted choke slam by the Spoiler, and Wild crash face first. Wild with another roll up, and Spoiler kicks out almost immediately. Wild back up to his feet, but he is extremely dazed here. Spoiler's caught him completely off guard and just about took his head off with that clothesline. Spoiler off the ropes. Spoiler with another vicious clothesline to Wild, and now he's got the iron claw locked in on Akira.
Give up. Give up.
Akira trapped in the dreaded iron claw, but somehow fights his way out. Spoiler daring Wild to give him something. Overhead, belly-to-belly Greco plucks from Wild. Wild with a vicious chop to the Spoiler. Collar and elbow tie up. Spoiler again. Muscle buster on Akira. Picks Akira back up, and this is just starting to get scary, folks. The Spoiler is decimating Akira. Akira gamely fighting on. Spoiler is just manhandling him at this point. Iron Claw once again from the Spoiler.
Give up. Give up.
Akira trying to fight him off and does escape the dreaded Iron Claw once more. Body slam by Wild. Akira to the top rope. Akira with a 6-star, 6-star, 6-star up to the top rope. Punch kick combination from Wild. Both men off the ropes. Hard lariat once again from the Spoiler. Spoiler with the Iron Claw. And folks, this one could be over really soon. That's it. Akira Wild has tapped out to the Iron Claw. A game effort from Akira Wild, but a dominant display from the most recent acquisition to Dinkel International Enterprises. Time of the submission, 9 minutes and 1 second. Your winner, the Spoiler 3. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this edition of Assault. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch us next Tuesday for PWA Assault. Don't forget about our sister organization, INCW, at 6 p.m. Sunday on Twitch. Until Tuesday, we will see you later. Thank you for joining us. Good night.